It swept through the downtown streets like a silent thief, snatching warmth from every surface it touched. At 3:27 a.m., downtown Chicago felt more like a frozen wasteland than a city of millions. Inside a dimly lit lobby of a corporate office, Rick Dawson, 43, rubbed his gloved hands together and took another sip of lukewarm coffee from a paper cup. Night shifts as a security guard were thankless, lonely, slow, and paid just enough to stay ahead of the bills. Outside the glass doors, bundled in a pile of blankets, lay a man Rick had seen nearly every night for the past 2 weeks. No one knew his name. He didn't speak much. Sometimes he muttered to himself. But mostly he just slept, his face barely visible beneath layers of worn fabric and pain. Rick didn't know why this man stuck in his mind. Maybe it was the way he clutched a small photo frame as he slept, or how he always made sure not to block the door. There was something human behind the dirt and the layers. Something familiar. That night, the wind howled louder. Rick checked the monitor and glanced again through the glass. The man was shivering uncontrollably. His coat looked soaked, and his face had that pale blue tinge Rick had seen once on his father during a winter fishing trip gone wrong. Something tugged at Rick's chest. Without thinking, he stepped out into the cold, unzipped his own security jacket, thick, insulated, issued just 2 weeks ago, and gently laid it over the man. "Hey," Rick said softly, "just for tonight, all right?" The man didn't stir, just let out a faint sigh, like even his body knew kindness when it found him. Rick went back inside, arms crossed tight to fend off the cold. He didn't sleep much the rest of his shift. The next morning, the man was gone. So was the jacket. Rick didn't expect a thank you, but he did wonder if the man had made it through the night. He never returned, not that day, not the next week. Life went on. Rick picked up extra shifts, missed a few meals to make rent, and tried to forget the quiet man with the photo frame. Then, 2 months later, something strange happened. Rick was called into the lobby of the same building, but not for an incident. A man in a suit, mid-40s, clean-shaven, but with kind eyes, waited near the front desk. "You're Rick Dawson, right?" the man asked. "Yeah," Rick replied, cautious. The man smiled. "You gave your jacket to someone 2 months ago. A homeless man." Rick's heart skipped. Yeah, I didn't think anyone saw." "I saw," the man said, voice suddenly thick. "That man was my brother." Rick blinked, stunned. His name was David. He's had a tough life, PTSD, lost his wife and daughter in a car crash 6 years ago. We'd been looking for him for almost a year. That night, your jacket, it had your ID tag inside the pocket. He walked into a shelter the next day, and they called us. Said a guy named Rick might have saved his life. Rick swallowed hard, suddenly feeling every emotion all at once. He's in recovery now. He's seeing a therapist. And he's coming back to us. Because of you. The man handed Rick a small card. "We own a security firm. Bigger than this building nationwide. We'd like you to come work with us. Better pay, full benefits. You've earned more than that jacket ever cost." Rick couldn't speak. In that one quiet moment, under the noise of city life and the indifference of a world that moved too fast, a simple act, no cameras, no audience, just heart, had rippled through a family, pulled a man back from the edge, and changed Rick's own life forever.